Hey, you remember I said I was going to do this again? Here's me doing it again. So here we are back at the wheel. You may notice some additions, or maybe you don't notice. Don't worry about it. If there's an addition, if there's something different, then I'll tell you about it. I will say that my miraculous character I gave them a new miraculous. I gave them a new animal. A different animal, a different miraculous, and everything. So there's that. If we land on that, I'll talk about that one. But I'm very much hoping I get to talk about my Marvel character and my Overwatch character. I think those are my two favorites, really. In any case, we're doing this again. Because I want to. I don't know how to transition. Like, we're doing the thing. I'm going to spin the wheel. I'm going to talk to you about a version of myself, a self-insert that I've made in that universe. You know? Right? Cool. We've done this. This is my second time doing it. So go. All right, done, Ruby. If I remove but don't save, then they won't die. They'll just get put in a little... They'll be put in a little bin. Right? They'll be put in a basket. And we don't have to worry about that basket. So remove. I felt wrong. That's the one we're starting with? That's it. Listen. This is an interesting start. Okay, yeah, sure. I don't think I talked about this guy last time, but if I did, then I'll skip this. If I didn't, then we're here. And so... At our bot? You have a Discord bot? I just noticed that on the bottom right. You have a Discord bot. It's gone! So yeah, I made myself a fairy. I like the Tinkerbell movies. I'm getting all defensive as if someone's gonna attack me for this. Like if you're watching me, you already know that I don't care. Or at least you should know. Maybe that's not clear in my content, but I don't care. I'm fairly certain anyone who's gonna come here and watch this is not going to judge me for this regardless, so I ain't gotta be defensive. Here he is. He's a tinker fairy. He's a tinker fairy. There's not much to him. He's a tinker fairy. His name is Mason. I was thinking either his name would be Mason or Jack, because both of those are kind of mechanical sounding, or are mechanical words, right? And tinkers are the mechanics of Pixie Hollow, essentially. So, you know, he's Mason. He's a tinker fairy. And there he is. He was me in a blueberry with fawn because I wanted to draw that. I have a bunch of drawings of... hang on, I gotta remove... Mason's in the bin? He's in the bin. He's in the basket. He's in the basket with Dane. He's fine. I have a bunch of drawings of myself insert my Sona's just having a snack with someone that's an actual canon character from that universe. Just cause I just wanted to do it. It started with me drawing my Marvel character, having a slice of pizza with Ms. Marvel. I always have it in my brain that they're like friends. So I'd say, yeah, they're having a New York slice. Why not, right? And I just kept going. So maybe I'll show some of those in this. Here's a guy I didn't talk about. Good. So My Hero Academia. I want to say for the record, again, I'm not worried about judgment. This is just to make something clear. I don't watch anime. This is the only one. This is the only anime I've watched. I only watched this anime because the same friend that I coerced into watching Miraculous, the same friend that I ended up somehow loosely convincing to watch Miraculous, that same friend sat me down and said, we're watching My Hero Academia. We're watching the first 3 episodes. And I'm like, okay, fine, sure, I guess. And now I'm here with a Sona. Now I got a whole self-insert. I'm talking about him on the internet. So, you know, funny how life works out, ain't it? Here he is. His name is Force. That's his hero name anyways. His hero name is Force. His quirk is that he has two extra organs in his body. One that creates kinetic energy and another one that absorbs it. And he's then able to take that kinetic energy and like use it in a bunch of different ways. He can make himself stronger or faster or just shoot a burst of kinetic energy out like this big concussive blast or whatever. Launch himself in the air. It's just whatever. Right? I just thought that was fun. I just thought that was a fun concept. I've been sitting on this idea for a while, and I never really did anything with it. I had the idea of this quirk in my brain for a while. Can you guys shut up out there? What the hell? What are you doing? Oi! There's work being done outside. There's some sort of work being done outdoors. To the road and to my yard. They're putting in some sort of lining or something, like some pipes or something. I have no idea what they're doing. I just know that they're digging into the ground and making a bunch of noise. So if you hear anything, it's that. Here's some sort of faint humming or rumbling. That's what that is. But I was kind of sitting on this idea of this quirk that kind of is just constantly absorbing kinetic energy and dispersing it out. And I wasn't quite sure how that would be implemented and whatever. The main thing was I didn't design the costume. I didn't design the costume for the longest time, and now I finally did very recently. And my friend had one idea for the costume. I drew up the basic lines for it because I'm like, okay, this looks cool, but what colors do I want on this guy? And then my friend made a suggestion, and we got this guy. We have another costume. It's the same guy, different outfit. And I did it, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And then 2 days went by, I looked at it again, I'm like, no, I don't want this anymore. And so I changed it to have more warm colors, because I wanted warm colors for this guy. And so now here we are. And my friend said that it looks silly, but I gave a counter argument saying that everyone in My Hero Academia looks silly. Look at these guys, they're all ridiculous. Spin the wheel. Round and around they go. They stop, no one know. Okay, my new miraculous character. I'm gonna say it's the same character, but he just has a different miraculous. Therefore, he has a different animal. Therefore, he has a different power. It's the same power. It's basically everything that I wanted Tiger Strike to be. And then we found the actual Tiger Miraculous. And so now he's an otter. I want someone that's not exactly known for being good in combat in any way. So here we have an otter. His miraculous is a watch. His power is that he's able to repair or enhance anything. The same way in execution, in application, it works kind of the same way that Cat Noir's Cataclysm does, only instead of destroying, it's repairing. The one thing I'm struggling with now is naming him. I've got everything else figured out. I don't know what to name an otter-themed superhero. What could you possibly name him? The only thing I can think of is Otterman, and I don't like that. If that's all I got, if that's my last option, then okay, sure, I guess I'll use it. But I really don't want to. I very much don't want to do that. I just don't want to. So help me, please, if you could. In any case, he's in the basket. The slices are getting smaller. Or bigger. Slices are getting bigger. Now go away, Tiger Strike. I just got rid of you. Ooh, yay! Yay, my dude, my boy. Not the main guy that I've been wanting to talk about, but I have wanted to talk about this guy. Okay, so I love Overwatch. I'm very excited for Overwatch 2. That's coming out very soon. I'm very excited. I'm making content out of that. Don't you even worry. But after making my Marvel character, I think this guy was like the second one. The very next one after that I decided, yeah, I want to like make it like an actual character here. So I came up with a whole backstory and everything. I came up with abilities that he would use in the game and all that. So he is in the support class. He's a healer. He has a lot of healing output. His real name is Ezra Washington, but his code name is Wash. I couldn't think of anything better. Look, man, that was the best I could think of. That's as good as it gets. And you know what? I've decided that it's canon that he is just bad at naming things. So he came up with his own name, and he's bad at it, so that's why he's named Wash, all right? Don't judge me for this. Leave me alone. I'm trying my best here, damn it. I came up with everything else. Naming's hard, man. Hey, where's the thing? Hold up. In terms of the weapon that he uses, I looked at this. It's a blaster gun accessory thing for the Wii, and you know, I put these in here, and I'm like, that's fun. That's a fun little design, right? How about I use that, and I make it an Overwatch weapon. His primary damage fire is basically like Soldier 76's, but like either he shoots less round, he has to reload more often, or the damage isn't nearly as good. I don't know. I haven't figured out hard numbers for all this. And then you'll flick the thumbstick here. It'll switch to different modes. That firing would be the second mode. The first mode would be just a straight healing beam, like how Zarya and Symmetra have, but it's healing instead of damage. Has he been on screen this whole time? Because this next thing that requires you to actually see him. There he is. There's Wash. Look at him. He's nervous on account of he has no combat training. He has no idea what the hell he's doing, but he's trying his best. And if you'll notice the Overwatch logo on his chest, on that armor plate there, that's a button. He pushes for one of his abilities. He pushes that button, and then that disperses this cloud of healing gas around him that just kind of lingers there. But like if you're standing in it, you heal up. It's kind of meant to be kind of a mixture between Moira's healing spray and Baptiste's regenerative burst. So like there's just this healing cloud that just kind of lingers in this one area. Because I just thought that was cool. And the last mode on his blaster that he just calls blaster. Like I say, he's bad naming things. So the last mode would be another sort of beam thing. However, what this one would do, it would be doing something that I actually want in the game. I want this to be an ability in the game. Some way, somehow. This guy can heal barriers, right? He can heal a Reinhardt shield or a Sigma shield or whatever. He can heal it. If he gets there before it's destroyed, he can heal it up slowly, mind you. It's not going to be like this thing where it's going to make the thing unbreakable or whatever. But he's able to reinforce it, give it a bit extra health or heal it or whatever. Or alternatively, he can put it on a teammate and then give them a smidgen of shield health. So yeah, there you go. I thought that was a cool idea. I thought that was cool. So I'm going to stick with it. It's likely never going like ability like that's likely never going to be in the game anyway. So I can dream. Also, if you look at his boots there, I put a lot of thought into this guy. You look at his boots there. You'll notice that they're kind of techie. They're techie and whatever. On the soles of his feet, they're glowing a bit. I don't know if that's clear in the drawing, actually. It's probably not. But he's able to walk on walls. He's able to walk on the walls and the ceilings and such a little slowly than he would be able to walk like normally, just so that he's not impossible to hit, right? Or maybe it can be the same speed. It depends. He's able to walk on walls and get new angles for the healing and the shooting and whatever. So, that's cool. That's neat. And for his ultimate, I figured he'd push buttons on those, they're called techno pants. He's bad at naming things. Puts some buttons on techno pants, and that gives him this surge of energy, and he becomes this, like, very powerful melee hero all of a sudden. He gets a burn, his HP goes up, and his damage output is way higher, and he's basically just pure damage. He's turned into this very powerful DPS character for a few seconds. He also gets way more aggressive. I have a picture of that too. Look at that. This is power mode. I call this power mode, so therefore he's Power Wash. See, the name's justified now, ain't it? For his backstory, I figured that his father was a member of Overwatch. He was an Overwatch agent. And then because of injuries in the field and just being not young, let's say, I don't want to say old, because like because this is a self-insert character, so his dad is my dad. I don't want to call my dad old. That seems rude. But he's not a young man, is he? So he's not able to go back out into the field. So then the Winston sends out the recall. He can't answer. So Wash pulls Mulan and decides, you know what? I'll take this this battlesuit that I was making for my father. It's not finished, but I can use it. So let me go out into the field and let me help as best as I can. And again, he has no combat experience, so basically all of any voice line you hear out of this guy is gonna be him panicking, basically over what the hell is going on. Yeah, that's Wash. I put a lot of thought. him and my Marvel guy. I want to just say his name, but I don't want to spoil it. I want that to be a fun little surprise, for the people who don't know already. So yeah, that's Wash. Him and my Marvel guy, they're both up there in terms of characters that I put the most thought into. Probably Wash more so. I think I put more thought into Wash than I did my Marvel guy. All right, next. Who's next? Who do we talk about next? Stop skipping over. Stop. No. You're not supposed to be all the way over here. Go away, Cole. Darn it. Get away with the confetti. Get that out of here. I don't want it. Are you kidding me? It's not your time. You had your moment. You had your moment in the last video. Are you kidding me? Ryan the pomegranate, I need you out. I need you gone. Finally! Yes! At long last, the prophecy has been fulfilled. Swift. Here he is. He's my main one. He's the guy that, freaking, when I think of my Sonus, when I think of my self-inserts, he's the first one that comes up. His name is Swift. He's a speedster. He has super speed. He also has audiokinesis. If you don't know what that means, he controls sound. I gave him that ability because at first I thought, oh, he can move fast enough to create a sonic boom and then catch it in his hand and then he can throw that out. And then I realized, wait, if he's able to do that, that just means he's able to manipulate sound. So I'm like, okay, let's just fluff that out. Let's just make that a thing, right? I haven't quite put down the numbers for how fast his top speed is. I'm not entirely sure. But I feel like it's smart if he's able to, considering his sound powers and the whole purpose of why I gave him this, just said definitively that he has sound powers. He should be able to just break the sound barrier really easily, right? Mach 1 is light work for him. Higher than that, I'm not entirely sure how much higher than that he can go. I don't want to say speed of light because that's a little extreme. Also, the sound powers make him stand out against other speedsters because that was the thing I was worried about when I was thinking of him. Because I knew I wanted him to be a speedster. I knew I wanted to give him a red costume. And there's a specific speedster that is also known for having a red costume, and I didn't want comparisons. I still got him anyways. Freaking damn it. But it's too bad I didn't think of that beforehand, because another thing that I gave him to make him stand out against, or to make sure that he wasn't just a flash copy, is I gave him transformation, let's say. He has another form that he can transform into. I want to say characterization-wise, he's loosely based he's kind of loosely is a mixture of Spider-Man and Sonic the Hedgehog for the most part. And like Sonic, there's a freaking... Oh, damn it. You know Sonic Unleashed, right? You know the werehog? Yeah, Swift has one of those too. His isn't triggered by the moon or whatever. That'd be ridiculous. That'd be stupid, right? He turns into this werewolf creature every time the sun goes down. That's stupid. That's silly. That's ridiculous. This guy needs to eat a nut, and then he transforms into this. My friend, the same miraculous in My Hero Academia friend. I told her about this idea. She told me to scrap it, and I didn't listen. But you know what? It's too ingrained in the character now. I can't take it away. I call him Savage. I call it Savage Swift. Savage Swift. I call it Savage Swift. He's not nearly as fast. He can keep up with the speeding car, but that's about it. His strength and durability are both boosted. Obviously, it's not a Bruce Banner Hulk kind of thing where it's a totally different person. It is very similar to the Werehog in that it's the same character but just more irritable and aggressive. So I gave him that tail. I just thought it'd be cool, man. Look, listen, judge me all you want, but I'm here talking about it on the internet, and you're not. So I think one of us has won here, and I think it's obvious which one it is. Also, along with Swift, there's a whole host of other characters that I've made kind of around him. I basically made a whole superhero team around based off of my friends. Based off of some of my friends. So there they go. I call them the oddities. I might talk about them in a future video. I probably will. If I'm doing this, I might as well, right? That just, like, why wouldn't I? It'd be silly not to. That'd just be silly. I also made a bunch of villains. I made my own corner of the Marvel Universe, basically. I made my own little section of the Marvel Universe that will never be canon. But it's fun. It's a good time. I've made their base several times in Minecraft just cause. You can never have too many. And it's never the same design either. I always change it. It's always different. There's no definitive look for it at all. So yes, Swift. There he is. He's my main Sona. He is my favorite one. I got 3 others here that I never talked about. We might as well knock them out, right? Knock them out the box. Knock them out, Rick. Oh no, 4. Yeah, there's 4 of them. Steven Universe. I love Steven Universe. Steven Universe was at one point one of my favorite shows. Might be my current favorite show. I haven't thought about it. Current favorite might be The Owl House, actually. The Owl House has Lumity. The Owl House has Lumity, and Steven Universe does not. Steven Universe has Coniverse, though. So, and Rubefire. So, Garnet. So, it's tough, In any case, yeah, my gem Sona. I came up with this character before I even knew that a proper gem Sona was a thing. But the problem is, I don't know if you can tell. I am a cisgendered male. I am male. I have always been male. So, in order to properly make myself as a gem, that means I would have to make myself as someone who is female presenting, as a woman. I don't know how to do that. I don't even know how to do that. So, what I did was I decided that this character is another half human like Steven, which is very much a cop-out and also kind of goes against the canon. So his mom was a tourmaline, one of the crystal gems. The canon way that I made the way that I tried to make sense of this is that Tourmaline gave birth to this character before Rose had Steven, so that's how she knew that Steven was gonna disappear. She was gonna disappear, which works on account of there's no other way that Rose would know that. How the hell does Rose know that she's gonna disappear when Steven arrives? How does she know that? How could she possibly know that? Garnet's future vision? Sure, I guess. I don't know, man. All I know is that his gem is in his chest. He has a sword. And I have a drawing of his mom, of Tourmaline herself. So, maybe I'll just make that the gem Sona. Maybe I'll change stuff. But, I don't know how to be a woman. I don't know how to be a girl. I don't know how to do that. Three more. One of them I've already talked about. Right? I've talked about Lance, haven't I? Talked about it. Yes. Yes, I did. Yes, I remember. I did. Yes. Okay. So he goes in the basket. Which animal am I going with? TMNT. That stands for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if that wasn't clear. It should be clear. It's probably very obvious, but I'm telling you anyways. So originally, I had made a fifth turtle. I still have an image. I made just a fifth turtle. Got my yellow bandana, tonfa. It was his weapon. His weapon was a pair of tonfa. And his name was Vincent, like Vincent van Gogh, another Renaissance artist. I'm fairly certain he's a Renaissance artist. If he's not, then I don't know anything. But I've decided to get rid of that because that goes against the canon. I didn't agree. I didn't follow that rule with my Steven Universe character. I decided to make another mutant. I named him Scratch on account of he's a badger and he's got those claws. He can slice and dice with them. He can dig with them. I haven't really thought much about his personality. I don't know, man. He's fun. He's cool. He gets along with Mikey more than anyone else. So there we have it. There's him. There's Scratch. I'm going to click remove now. Well, there you go. There you have it. What do I get now? What will I get this time? Oh, I land on. Oh, it's such a mystery. No way. It's kind of a staple in the Sonic the Hedgehog community that basically all of us at some point make some sort of Sonic OC. I don't think I had an original idea before I settled on what I have. I don't think I made one until sometime recently. I decided to sit down and try and make one. First, I tried to figure out what animal to be. I knew I wanted some sort of rodent, some sort of mammal. I wanted a rodent. Oh, jeez. One of my friends, who's also a Sonic fan, suggested I go with a kangaroo rat. So I did that, and I named him Kicks because I decided that his feet, his legs are as good as Knuckles' punches. Knuckles' punches, his fists, his arms. You know, right? So that's cool. Also, looking at the kangaroo rat, it looked to me like its tail was a lot longer than most other rodents. So I decided to make that a part of him. He's got a real long tail. I don't know about this outfit. I don't know if I want this outfit anymore. I might change it. I might stick with it. I may just get rid of the hat. I drew him once without the hat. I didn't like it. What I do know is that his tail's really long. He's able to use it as like a grappling thing. He swings on the poles. I'll use it as a tether, like a grappling hook kind of thing. But it's a tail. It doesn't have a grappling. It doesn't have a grasper on the end of it. He just swings it around, stuff like that. Whatever. He's an adventurous little guy. He's a kangaroo rat. His name's Kicks. He kicks real good. He jumps really high as well. I guess that's it. That's just all of them. I got them all. I did it. I win. What did I win? I have no idea. I don't know what I win, but I most certainly do win. So, thank you for watching. I appreciate you caring at all about my nonsense. I would love to, in some way, be able to incorporate some of these versions of myself into my videos, into my content, but I have no idea how to do that. I have no earthly clue how in the world I would spread these guys around to my other content. I have no idea. I don't know. I might figure out something. If I figure out something and I can do it, I'll do it. I have kind of an idea for a video that I could make next month, but I'm not going to promise anything, so don't expect anything. In any case, there you go. You have seen all my multiversal counterparts. Which one's your favorite? That'll get me engagement. Yeah, sure. Actually, yeah, go for it. Yeah, you know what? If you have... If anyone stand out to you, you want to tell me which one's your favorite, sure. Go ahead. if you want to. How do I end this? How could I possibly end this? What do I do now? Bye, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to end this. I'll see you. I'll see you later. I'll see you again around these parts. Yeah, sure. I might just, you know what? If I make another one, I'll tell you guys. Maybe I don't know how I'll do that. I don't want to make a whole video dedicated to just one character. But we'll see. We'll see about it. Yeah. Okay. Bye. Just bye. Go. Leave. Get out of here. Go away.